division, Steven Seiler versus Kurt Hollabaugh. 145. And his opponent, Steven Seiler. 145 and a quarter from Mr. Seiler. Next, we move to the welterweight division, Nick Catone versus James Head. 170 and a quarter. And his opponent, the Jersey Devil, Nick Catone. 173 for Mr. Catone. Leonard Bad Boy Garcia versus Cody McKenzie. 145 for Mr. McKenzie. And his opponent, Leonard Bad Boy Garcia. 145 for Mr. Garcia. We kick things off in the bantamweight division. Brian Caraway versus Johnny Bedford. 136. And his opponent, Brian Caraway. 136 for Mr. Caraway. Next, we move to the women's bantamweight division. Sarah McMahon versus Sheila Gaff. 133 for Miss Gaff. And her opponent, Sarah McMahon. 134 for Miss McMahon. Next, we move to the light heavyweight division. John Valente versus Owen St. Preux. 206 for Mr. St. Preux. And his opponent, John Valente. 206. Next, we move to the lightweight division. Rustam Halibilov versus Yancy Medeiros. 155 and a half. And his opponent, Rustam Khamilov. 156. We kick things off in the lightweight division. Jim Miller versus Pat Bam Bam Healy. 155 and a half for Bam Bam. And his opponent, New Jersey's own Jim Miller. 155 for Mr. Miller. Next, we move on to the light heavyweight division. Mr. Wonderful Phil Davis versus Vinny Magalhaes. 205 and a half for Mr. Magalhaes. And his opponent, Mr. Wonderful Phil Davis. 205 for Mr. Davis. In the heavyweight division, Roy Big Country Nelson versus Chad Congo. 237 for Mr. Congo. And his opponent, winner of the Ultimate Fighter, Roy Big Country Nelson. 258 for Big Country. We move on to the co-main event of the evening. In the middleweight division, Michael the Count Bisping versus Alan the Talent Belcher. 185 for Mr. Belcher. And his opponent, winner of the Ultimate Fighter, Michael the Count Bisping. 186 for Mr. Bisping. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, Chael Sonnen. 205 for the challenger. And his opponent, the undisputed, undefeated UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Johnny Bones Jones. champion. Here with the challenger, the best trash talker in the history of the sport, challenging for the light heavyweight title. Chael, I know you got something prepared, so I'm not even going to ask you a question.
Joe, I'm just happy you and everybody can be here to witness this. You're going to tell your kids' kids' that he was real. He existed. The myth of Chael Sonnen stood before us. He brought down the hometown hero, and when it was all said and done, it was one more in the record books, one more in the win column, and one more for the bad guy.
Chael Sonnen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the champion. John, there's been so much trash talk from Chael Sonnen, and you're so favored in this fight. One of the things that they say is most dangerous is a fight that you're supposed to win. How do you feel about Chael Sonnen as an opponent, and how do you feel about all the pageantry that's come along with this title fight?
I'm here to conquer. I'm here to be courageous. That's about it.
John Jones, ladies and gentlemen, man, a few words. Good luck to you tomorrow night, sir. Tomorrow we'll catch you on pay-per-view.